Good morning. This is Brad McNew at Cody High School again. And today I'm going to show you how to create your class sessions in Teams. So I want to start out once again with a big thank you to Carrie Russell, who showed me how to do this, Emmanuel Chimlu, Beth Gonzalez, Zach Sweet, and Tony Hawk. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get into Teams. Here's my general login page. And I am going to move over here and I'm going to click on my calendar. So I have these class sessions right now, but I want to create a new meeting today. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to call this my demo class. And you will see that I've had other attempts at this. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a channel. And then all of the various teams that I'm a part of show up. So I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, and I'm going to do this for my probability and statistics class because it has 4 different sections. So I am going to hit probability and statistics 402 and then general, and you see that that shows up here. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a time. And we're going to pretend that this has an odd time that it meets, just so I can show you something. So I'm going to say it meets at 1:25 p.m. Notice over here it's all set for 30 minutes, which is the default it seems to be. So I just hit tab, and it will end at 1:55. Okay, and we're not going to do the repeating or anything like that yet. We save that for the end. Okay, if you want to have a details about the meeting, we're going to save that for the end as well. So then I'm going to hit send, and you'll see that it's ghosted right down here, but it will show up in a little bit. But while we're doing that, we're going to go over to Teams over on our left, and I'm going to go to all of my teams. And I've already got 402 in there, so I'm going to start off with 405. I just work from left to right. So I'm going to hit 405, and notice I have ellipses here, I have ellipses here, but the ones I want are on the upper right. And I can go ahead, I don't want to get a link to the channel, but I do want to get the email address. So all I have to do is hit copy. It's already highlighted for me. I'm going to hit copy, and then I'm going to go back to my calendar. I go back to my calendar, I click on that class, and where it says add required attendees, I'm going to paste it in there. I can either do that with Control V or just by right clicking and then hit paste. So you'll see that it doesn't recognize the email address yet. That's because it has brackets on it. And I have to get rid of the words in front. And once I do, voila, which is French, so there's a little bit of cross-curricular activity. And I hit invite, and there I go. Now I'm going to send an update. Now this is a little bit of a pain. We have to go back and forth a few times. So I'm going back to Teams. I was in 405. I'm going to go back to all teams and click on 403 and do the same thing. Use these ellipses over to the upper right. Click on that. Get the email address. All I have to click on is copy. And then I'm going to go back to my calendar. You'll notice that this is no longer ghosted. I'm going to click on it again where it says, well, it doesn't say anything right now, but where the other email address is, that's where I'm going to put this new one. And I just do that with Control V. So I got rid of that last bracket, and I'm going to use the arrow buttons to move over to the bottom, and then I'm going to press delete until I get to this other bracket. and there we have invite. Okay, so I send an update, and I go back to my teams. So I've got 404 is my last section that I want to add. Again, upper right ellipses, get the email address, just hit copy, go back to my calendar, click on the demo class, and I'm going to paste that in, get rid of the excess, and I can go ahead and invite them. Okay, now maybe I want to invite someone else, so I've got Carrie Russell that I've added. Okay, and Miss Todd was asking a question about this, so we'll have her too. Okay, now, if you have some specific location, I don't know why we'd put that in there, but maybe we're going to meet in room 212. Bracey's room, that'd be a good spot too. Okay. Sorry about this. You're like my students right now. You're a captive audience, and you have to endure my humor. So I'm going to say lots of fun in math class. That's going to be my message. And now I'm going to work on how it's repeating. So the first thing I'm going to do is first off, I'm going to do this every Monday through Friday. Okay, starting today. I'm going to send the update. Now I'm going to go back to Teams for a second, just to get rid of that ghosting. So there you see that this has gone all the way through Monday through Friday. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to create more of a series. So it says I'm looking at an occurrence of a series. I want to view the series, and now I'm going to change it to custom. I tried to do this once before all at once, and it didn't work. So now I'm going to select an end date, and I'm going to go all the way to June 17th, so I don't have to worry about doing this again. So it will say occurs every Monday through Friday starting today until June 17th, and I hit save. And now I'm going to hit send update. And you will see on your calendar, now this will take a little while because it's the computer is thinking and it's scheduling that, and it's doing that for all of the people. But when I go back to my teams, you will see that I now have the demo class. It's right here listed for all of my students. Now, the nice thing, in my opinion, is, and it would really be nice if we could do this for all of our classes, you take a look at 402, this is totally different, okay? This gives everybody a link that they can click on. And when they do, they can go ahead and join. The other teams don't have that option, and that's kind of unfortunate. But they can all go to their calendar, just like us, and then go ahead and click join the demo class. And you can join now. So the other thing that I wanted to show everybody was how to use the whiteboard. The first thing I have to do, because I'm having a wonderful hair day. I am so vain. So notice I've turned my camera off. I'll go back and do that again so everybody can see. So I am going to share my desktop by this little arrow that's going into a rectangle. Don't want to say square, I'd get thrown out of the math department. And then this gives me several options. One of them over to the right is Microsoft Whiteboard. I'm going to click on that, and it loads my whiteboard. And this will show up for all of your students. So I click on whatever color pen I want to use. Maybe I want to use red today. And I don't have a touch screen on this because it's my personal computer and I'm not rich enough like DPS to afford to give everybody touch screens. But I can say math rocks. Okay, and of course you use it just like any other whiteboard. So if you have any other questions, again, please feel free to ask Miss Smith. If you like this video, be sure to give me lots of likes on Facebook or on YouTube. And I will see you next time. Thank you.